Alright guys, well, back to the bathroom here. Had to bring in reinforcements today. Needed some help. So we forgot our stand for our camera, so we're doing it by hand. But anyways, we got the old linoleum floor tore out. And we cut the old plumbing out. You see where the old plumbing was coming up through there. So I marked this floor. And if you see where I marked it, it's right there on that floor joist. So we're going to cut this section out, put a new piece of floor in here to get rid of these holes. Same thing back here. Alright, so what we did, side of our saw here, we adjusted the blade where it only cuts to the subfloor. That way when we're cutting this, we don't have to worry about cutting no floor joists. We're just cutting subfloor only. I'm going to take a wood blade or sawzall. We're going to finish up these corners on our circular saw wouldn't reach. Alright, so there's the first spot we can patch in. You can see when I cut this, I split the joist so the new piece will sit right on that joist. And then in these spots here, I'm going to make a 2x6 go across from that joist there to this joist, all the way across, probably like 4 of them, to hold that section in. Which this is nice, it gives us easy access to the plumbing too. So next one we'll just have to cut this. Alright guys, so this is it. Demo is 100% complete. There was some mold in this drywall here. We cut all that out, put a new board in. We got all of our subfloor pieces ready to be patched. Just gonna add in some boards. Like I talked about, we were gonna do a board here, a couple of them across there. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to put in a couple boards on this one to hold that corner in. Got the seam split. We're waiting on the shower base to get exact measurements on how big it is, you know, to determine cutting these drywall pieces down further. So we'll have to do just a little bit more demo, but it's pretty much done. But yep, other than that, we're going to put these joist braces in and start prepping for the subfloor. Alright, you see our boards that we added. I went around and put a screw here too. So that way once I put this piece of board in, these seams don't have one higher than the other. Also another good thing to do, because once you start putting a tile down, there's no more getting back to these joists. A lot of times when you walk around your house, you'll hear the floor squeaking. One way to prevent that is take some screws and go through and screw off plywood or where there's a joist, because when they put this down, they just liquid nail it and put nails in it every time the floor starts creaking. So if you can go through and screw it off, you'll be more beneficial in the long run, and you'll be a lot happier. Another thing you can do just to help you out, just put your level on there if you got the floor open like I do. Then you know you're right on the floor joist. Alright, my little helper here. We got all this ready for subfloor to go back down. Fit right in there. We got this ready. I patched these boards in. You can also see I notched the wood there too. Basically, we want our shower valve to be on this side of the wall, which you'll see why later, but we want the water to be going this way because there's going to be a wall coming out this way. So with there being joists and everything else underneath and not having access to these water lines in that part of the basement, we notched it. We're going to run our water lines right there, go under the floor and tie into our plumbing there. So yep, that's all prepped out, ready to go. There's drywall here that had the mold on it. I got this side prepped out. As you can see, I just ran right down the joist there and split the difference all the way across. Now on this side, I'm gonna have to put a board in here just so we don't get into this door casing. I'm gonna put some boards across here, attach that drywall too, and then it's definitely gonna need something in the corner here too. So we're gonna jump on that, get that in. Once again, kind of apologize, we forgot our stand today, so I can't really show you. I don't really have a way to prop the phone up and show you step by step, but we will definitely bring it with us tomorrow. So most I can do right now is just try to explain it the best way I can and show you what I did. And if you got any questions on anything, leave a comment, and I'll try to help you out as best as I can. Alright, that's it. We'll put some blocks in right there to catch the drywall. Frame that little section in. That's all ready. We'll come back tomorrow and we'll put the subfloor down, patch some drywall, do some plumbing. But that is it for today, folks. Alright guys, we're back out of here. Before we start actually putting this floor down, these braces that we put in yesterday, I got some joist hangers that we're going to put on there just to make sure they don't ever come loose. In spots like this, I got this hanger, and then the one that I can get on both sides, I got a joist hanger. So all these boards that we put in here, I have some kind of hanger on it. Same thing over here. So we're going to do this real quick. Got all our hangers on. Alright, so we got most of the plumbing in here. But the old vent going to the roof fell apart up in the attic. So now we got to get up on the roof and get this new pipe that I shoved up through there flashed. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going to do that and then finish up the last little bit of the drains here. Probably be it for the day. Alright, so here's where we had to pull the flashing off to get our new pipe come through the roof. So we got to take and try to clean off this old silicone. Carefully without scratching the whole roof up. Okay, so we got pretty much all the old silicone off of there. So now we're gonna take some more, do a new bead all the way around this thing. Now when you put your boot back down, since this was an existing boot, which is still fairly new, if it wasn't new, you'd probably want to just get a new boot, but this one's still new. We're going to try to line it up, use the same exact holes so we don't put any extra holes in the roof. That's it. Got it all siliconed in. Should be watertight. Alright, so here's the plumbing underneath. One thing I want to point out, the old plumbing was ABS pipe. We put in PVC pipe. So how do you get a Fernco no-hub coupling to make that connection? ABS takes a different glue, so to not have any leaks, that's what we did. But yep, that's that part. Alright guys, well that's it for today. Really didn't get a whole lot of footage, it was super busy, but I got that piece of drywall patched in, one coat of mud. We got our subfloor pieces ready to put back in. We just need to finish up running our copper water lines, then we can finish putting those down, vent out the roof. It's coming along. Quite a bit of work still to do, but it's definitely getting there.